Well, good morning, Church Creek Elementary School. This is Mr. Main greeting you with your morning announcements. Welcome to Wednesday, March 25th. It is the 25th. Yes, it is the 25th. And we just want to welcome you to our very first morning announcements during this time apart for our social distancing. Kind of feels like a weird spring break, doesn't it? So we all hope that we are back together very, very soon. I want to start out by thanking you for your participation in this week's School Spirit Week on Facebook. It has been so much fun watching you read, wear your Cougar Pride, and just otherwise interact with us during this social distancing. We're going to start out with some birthdays. And I don't have everybody's birthday memorized yet. And so, until I do, we're going to start out by saying that if today is your birthday, March 25th, we wish you a very happy birthday. If it is your birthday and you are comfortable, and if your parents are comfortable, let us know. Give us a little shout out that today's your birthday on the Facebook page, and we will gladly get you back with a very happy birthday wish. So you're going to see a format and a theme. I know what you're wondering. You're already wondering one thing, aren't you? Mr. Main, what is that creepy yellow guy behind you? You were wondering that, weren't you? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. It's something that was made for me by my daughter. So let's name him Art. So that is going to be Art. So everybody say, "Hi, Art." And each morning we will greet Art. Maybe Art will bring us something, a word of the day or something. So back to our morning announcements. So we are going to have a format that you can get comfortable with. And we're going to have word of the day, joke of the day, challenge of the day, and a quote of the day. The morning announcements from this point forward will not be this long, but as we're introducing everything, it'll take just a little while longer, of course. And so let's start out with our word of the day. And I have that right here, word of the day. And it's a word that you've heard more in the last week and a half to 2 weeks than you've probably heard in your entire life, more than we will ever hear again in the future. But our word of the day is actually two words, and it's what we're doing right now, boys and girls, social distancing. So let's break this apart into its parts here, right? Compound. I don't think that's really a compound word, but it's two words put together to share one idea, and that is social distancing. So what is social? So social is the way that we interact. We interact through talking, through being together, through playing sports. We could be social many, many ways. Some ways are face-to-face. Other ways we can use technology like we're doing now. And distancing, well, to put distance between us. So we're going to remain social. We're going to remain interacting with each other, but we're going to do it with some distance between us. Why? To keep us safe and to slow the spread of this coronavirus. And boys and girls, we want to thank you so much for participating with us on Facebook and on YouTube and all the teachers who are reading. It's so much Cougar Pride going on right now. And I could not be more proud as the principal of Church Creek. So on to the joke of the day. And yes, you have figured out Mr. Main is a very funny principal. Aren't I, Art? Art. Get it right? I'm trying to bring Art into this a little bit. So we do have a joke of the day. And I know you're already laughing. I haven't even read it yet, but you're already laughing. You know it's going to be a good one. Our joke of the day is, what do you call a fish with no eyes? I don't know. What do you call a fish with no eyes? A fish. A fish. See, he's got a smile, but no eye. Poor guy. He was just going to call him fish. Right? Okay. All right. Very funny, right? So if you have a better joke and you'd like to email it to me, and I'll give you a shout out if I read your joke. All right. Moving right on to, let's go with the challenge of the day. The challenge of today for Wednesday, March 25th. Can you say your alphabet? How good are you at the alphabet? Really good. I'm sure that you are. But today's challenge is, can you say the alphabet backwards? Let's see. It would go Z, W, X, Y, Z. Z, Y, X, W. I cannot do it. Can you? And so your challenge for the day is to practice today saying your alphabet backwards, and go ahead and post it up on Facebook again if you have permission to do that, and we will give you a shout out. I want to see it timed. I want to see how fast you can do it, and we're going to give you a shout out if you were the fastest on your grade level doing that, or the fastest in general, depending on how many participate. So the challenge of the day, how quickly can you say the alphabet backwards? It's going to be a lot of fun. And the last thing that I'm going to leave you with today for our morning announcements is our quote of the day. And so our quote of the day coming to you is one that is very important as we are quarantined, as we are face to face, we're with our siblings all day long, we're with our parents, and sometimes there is just not enough space in the house. Suddenly your house that felt so big maybe isn't feeling so big at the moment. I know that to be true. Okay, and so we are going to start out with our quote of the day. And it is a quote, it's a virtue, it's a quote. And so our quote of the day is actually a rule. I know your principal is bringing you a rule. And it is the golden rule, boys and girls. So today's quote of the day and a challenge of the day is our golden rule, which is treat others the way that you would like to be treated. So when you are feeling frustrated and overwhelmed and just too much going on, and just put yourself in other people's shoes and consider how they might be feeling. So boys and girls, today's quote of the day is to treat others the way that you would like to be treated, also known as the golden rule. All right, so let's see. We celebrated some birthdays. Happy birthday to you. The word of the day was social distancing. Our joke of the day, so funny, fish, right? And your challenge of the day, alphabet backwards. Backwards? Wait, is that backwards or is that backwards? I don't know. The phone is backwards. Isn't that funny, Art? Art. Art's funny. And so the challenge of the day and then the quote of the day. So boys and girls, thank you for being with us today on this 8th day of our social distancing and schools being closed. We do miss you so much, and I will see you back here tomorrow for morning announcements. Have a great day, boys and girls.